Today I'm doing a why I drive on this Audi S4 B7 DTM edition. If you've never heard of the DTM edition, you're not the only one. I hadn't either until this car. And today we're going to find out what exactly that means and also what makes this car so special and why maybe you should consider one if an RS4 is out of your budget. Let's go. Today we are back with Scotty. You guys probably know Scotty from the channel, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We've done 3 of your cars so far.
Yeah, 3.
The Cayenne, the Subi, and what was the third one we did? The Golf.
Did the Golf.
Yeah, that was it, the Golf R. So this is a new addition to your collection.
Yeah, so I just picked up this S4 not too long ago. So winter's coming up and I needed a car to get me through the winter, and I thought this was the perfect choice for a winter car.
You didn't think that the others would already do the job?
I don't know. I just imagined a V8 manual with all-wheel drive would be kind of a fun little winter beater.
So this is the B7 S4, V8, right? Manual transmission. But this generation is forgotten about because of the RS4.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about the RS4s. Can you tell me a little bit about the S4 and how that's different to the RS4?
Yeah, so I guess the S4 is the RS4's baby brother. It doesn't have the wide hips and the wide body like the RS4 does. And it has a slightly different V8 engine in it. So the RS4 has, I think, different internals and a little bit more horsepower.
So, but same transmission, right?
From my knowledge, yes.
Okay. And this car has a DTM package on it. What does that mean?
Yeah, so something I didn't know beforehand, I didn't really like the look of the B7 S4s. And I saw this one, I'm like, it looks like it has a little something to it. So I went and looked at the car and noticed some carbon on it, and I thought maybe it was just, you know, someone stuck some eBay carbon on it, but it is a DTM dealer optioned body kit on this car. The DTM has this nice front bumper with the extra vent on the side and a carbon front lip. When you move down the side of the car and we get to the back, it has this rear bumper, which I love this, you know, side vent here.
Yeah, that
adds a lot of aggression to the rear end of this S4, along with a carbon lip spoiler.
So that's all factory parts.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
Now, do you know how many of these they made? Because I never see the S4s. I see more RS4s than I do S4s.
Yeah, so I tried to look into it, and with these, it's an optioned kit from the dealer, so it's kind of hard to say how many people option this car, so they're not very numbered per se. When I was researching this car, I was trying to figure out, you know, what the whole DTM kit was about, and yeah, I saw that there's a Audi A4 DTM edition. So that's a A4 with the same body kit, but still has a 2-liter turbo engine with 6-speed, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, it has a tuned engine and whatnot. So that one actually got, you know, some power upgrades.
But this is just cosmetics on the S4.
Yeah, exactly. For the S4, it's just a appearance package per se.
But I will say the interior on this car is very similar to the RS4, which I interviewed a few months ago, actually. You can go watch the video right here. I'll put this link up. Click on that. This has the same interior, or is it slightly different?
I think it's very similar. So the steering wheel on this car is the same as the RS4, and it has the nice Recaro seats. Of course, the nice 6-speed manual gear shift.
Such a nice interior in this car. This is before they put all the Audi technology and screens in it like they've done in 2025.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with the interior. It's nice and comfy. You know, it's a pretty good daily driver.
And are these factory wheels or are these winter wheels on it?
Yeah, so these are actually factory wheels to the DTM edition as well, which I forgot to mention beforehand. But all the DTM ones I see have these wheels, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they only came on the DTM, or could you get that on a regular S4?
It's possible. I don't know a whole lot about it. Could be on a regular S4 as well.
Did they make this in a wagon like the RS4?
Yeah, so cool. I guess model that they came out with was the wagon as well for this, and I'm a big wagon lover, but you know, when a sedan popped up, I kind of jumped on it.
And what's the driving experience been like owning this car for the short time you've had it? Do you love it? Is it not live up to the hype?
I mean, I went into it not really knowing what to expect, and I've fallen in love with it, honestly. Driving a manual car with the sound of the V8 that it has, you know, it's not too loud of a car, but when you're driving it, the noise from the engine bay and everything makes it very enjoyable to drive. Feels like you're driving something special.
I mean, it is a pretty special car. Now, would you recommend someone buys one of these? I've heard a few things about maintenance and people are scared to get one. What would you say?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, I mean, I wouldn't say misconception, but there's a lot of maintenance items on these 4.2 liter V8s. So basically, big thing is timing chains. They like to leak oil. And then like typical Audi stuff, like the front control arms and whatnot, which is kind of a given at a certain kilometer interval. So as long as you're up, you keep up on the maintenance, I think it's a good car.
And is this the same engine that was in the R8 V8?
No, so I think that's a common misconception with these S4s, like the B7 specifically, is I guess it's a completely different V8. So the engine in the RS4 is more similar to the V8 in the R8.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah. Because I was wondering, like, if this is the same engine for this price point, why would you buy an R8 almost?
Right.
Like, you're getting the same powertrain and a manual transmission.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what more can you want? Plus, you can put your kids in the back and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if someone wants to buy one of these, what should they look to pay in the current market right now?
It's hard to say. Here in Alberta, Canada, I see them ranging from 16 to 20,000, depending on the mileage and if it's automatic or a wagon. But that's pretty good range to go in between for like a good condition S4.
Yeah. And are there many of them around? Because, like I said, I never see them.
Yeah, surprisingly, I was checking out the market and there's honestly more wagons on Marketplace or, Kijiji than sedans, which is interesting. But yeah, there's quite a few for sale out there.
And do the wagons demand a premium?
I mean, from what I see, I think they're about priced the same. So it kind of depends what you're after, which is nice. So if you like the sedan or the wagon, you're not paying more for whatever one you like.
Yeah. Well, do you mind if we go for a ride in it and hear it start up?
Yeah, I'll show you that.
That sounds pretty sweet. Not too loud. Nice V8 rumble.
What'd you say?
I said it's a nice V8 rumble in this car.
Yeah.
I love the seats.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good in this car. This reminds me a lot of the RS4. And that way that door shuts, that is quality. Watch out, watch out. Oh my. Careful, don't hit my car. All right, so we are in the S4 now, and I love this interior. It is so comfortable and so nice, and it just feels quality.
Yeah, I was, funny enough, when I went to go buy the car, the guy wouldn't let me drive it because he didn't know if I knew how to drive manual or not. But I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I'm like, this interior is beautiful. And it's just it's just enough technology to where, it doesn't feel like an old car, but it's very simplistic and usable. That's what I enjoy about it compared to a B8 interior. I mean, you can't go wrong with the B8 interior, but it's just nice having something simple like this.
Yeah, I love that there's no massive screens. You've got this nice little system. Everything's buttons, simple, beautiful dash layout. It's gorgeous. It's 90s, but 2000s at the same time. And it doesn't feel too old or too new. It's just perfect.
For sure. I definitely feel like it's a timeless interior.
Yeah, I think these cars, especially with Audi's current lineup, are the most appealing of Audi's generations. The 2007, I'd say, until probably 2015, that era.
Yeah, I think after 2015, it's just kind of
Yeah, the RS6, I do love that, but there's just something about these cars, like the manual transmissions, the V8s. Oh, they're so cool. And you've got Recaros in the back too.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, matching to the front seats.
Yeah, with this gray suede in here, and you've got really nice, what are these called again?
Bolsters.
Bolsters.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. I was almost going to say lumbar. That's not lumbar. And you've got an actual key, physical key, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty cool to have. I've done all the maintenance to get it up to par, and yeah, we'll see how she does in the winter. I know a lot of people complain about I guess how these cars slide in the winter because they're so front heavy and they understeer a lot. So we'll see how it does in that sense, because I always enjoy buying a rear-wheel drive car for the winter and drift around. So we'll see if I can get this one sideways and do its thing.
And how's it been driving it in the current spring and summer, or not summer weather, but you know, not winter?
Yeah, I'm like almost, I'm gonna say I'm in love with this car. Like just the way it drives, the sound of the V8, and surprisingly it's pretty good on gas considering the V8. I think it's better than the B8 S4 I had with the V6, and that car was automatic, so you would think that it'd be a little bit better on gas, but this thing is pretty good on gas considering what it is.
Yeah, I actually forgot you owned that B8 S4, and you've had 2 of them.
Yeah.
So how does this compare to that?
Driving experience, I think this car just feels a lot more analog than one of those cars. You feel planted to the road. Don't get me wrong, the B8 S4 is a great car for like a daily driver. I think you can't go wrong with that car, but this car just has like a little bit more soul. So if that's what you're looking for, then I think the B7 S4 is a great option.
And is it faster, slower than the B8?
I think it's definitely slower than the B8, and the B8's a lot more tunable, so it's kind of a trade-off you get. I think for fast daily, the B8 S4 is great, but if you want something that, you know, kind of is what it is for speed-wise, but has a little bit more soul and, you know, fun driving it, I think this is a good choice as well. You've been able to experience the RS4, so I'm curious, do you notice a difference just driving around?
Not really. Like, honestly, this is very similar to the RS4. Like, riding in it, it feels the same.
Yeah.
It really feels the same. On the outside, it looks different. If you're doing a hard pull, you're probably going to notice the difference of power, but no, it feels the exact same driving around every day. So I guess if someone watching this and you want an RS4 but you don't have the budget for it, just get an S4. Thank you so much, Scotty, for doing another interview with another car in your collection. I appreciate you giving me a content supply.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me out again, and I enjoy sharing my cars with you and your viewers.
Yeah, and we've got more. We've got more cars that he won't bring them out because it's winter time. They're in storage. I'm like, Scotty, you got to bring them out. We've got a few more Japanese cars in his collection.
Yeah.
The 370Z Nismo, Tommy Kaira Subaru. So please comment down below so I can convince Scotty to actually bring them out of storage and do a video on them. In the meantime, never ever quit your dreams, and remember, God loves you. Thanks for watching.